When people mention the film, I find they, number one, they talk about your performance, and number two, they all talk about the same scene, which is the scene with the telephone. How did you do that?
I don't know. I mean, I acted the script. I mean, Tom pointed a camera at the chair and switched it on, and there we were. Finally. You know it's been raining here all day, and I've been trapped in this house waiting for you to call.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number. I'm calling for Mr. George Falconer.
I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. Yes, sir, you have indeed called the correct number. How may I help?
This is Harold Ackerley. I'm Jim's cousin.
Oh, of course. Yes, good evening, Mr. Ackley.
I'm afraid I'm calling with some bad news.
Oh?
There has been a car accident.
An accident?
There's been a lot of snow here lately, and the roads have been icy. On his way into town, Jim lost control of his car. It was instantaneous, apparently.
Huh.
It happened late yesterday, but his parents didn't want to call you.
I see.
In fact, they don't know that I'm calling you now, but I thought that you should know.
Thank you.
I know this must be quite a shock. It was for all of us.
Yes, indeed. Will there be a service?
The day after tomorrow.
Well, I suppose I should get off the phone and book a plane flight.
The service is just for family.
For family, of course. Well, thank you for calling. Mr. Ackley.
Yes?
May I ask what happened to the dogs?
Dogs? There was a dog with him, but he died. Was there another one?
Yes, there was a small female.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I haven't heard anyone mention another dog.
Well, thank you for calling, Mr. Ackley.
Goodbye, Mr. Falconer.
The script doesn't say George hangs up the phone and then we stay on him for a while.
None of that's on the page, really.
Not at all. It was just the dialogue, and then it cuts to, I think, my running to Charlie's house.
Were you talking to somebody, or did you not even have
I was talking to Chris Weitz, the producer. He was on the other end of the phone. He did a great job. It's a different actor, subsequently. And I'll tell you what happened. I mean, it was a very unusual experience in that I acted the scene. It's one of the most difficult things I find as an actor. I think all actors find, and we actually had drama school exercises based on facing this challenge, is to start a scene in one emotional state and end it in another one. You know, if you have a scene of emotional devastation, we all prefer as actors to prepare the emotional devastation before the camera rolls, you know, and you can sit there for a while and get quiet and use music or whatever it is you use, and you know, and then say, I've got my emotional devastation prepared. Roll camera quickly before it goes away. And that's what we like to do. One of the things is when you read a script that actually where your heart sinks. One is a naked man on bed, which is how this script opens. And the other is, George picks up the phone, perfectly happy, chat, bad news, terrible news, you've got to end the scene, however you end the scene. And the script did not tell you how he wanted the emotional trajectory to go. So I just didn't know. I thought there wouldn't be any tears here. I thought you just hear the news, you kind of numb, and then we cut to a scene later of devastation. So I didn't have any plans for it, and I don't think Tom did. He just thought he'd see what happened. But for the sake of seeing what happened, he did something which I think was inspirational, which is he just no notes, no verbal instructions, just go, action, play scene, put phone down, and I just noticed he wasn't saying cut. And we just went on and on and on, and I just sat in that chair. I don't quite know how long it takes for a magazine of film to roll out. I think it felt like 10 minutes, I think. Somebody said it was 11 minutes, I'm not sure. And no one said cut. The magazine just went and rolled out. And so I knew we were done. They weren't in the room. The only people in the room were the camera operator and the sound guy with the boom mic. The others were in another room watching a monitor. And I thought, well, the magazine's rolled out. How are we doing? And I went into the next room, and they were all emotional.
I would think everybody must have been crying.
And then Tom didn't really say anything. He just said, well, let's do that again. They put another magazine of film in. We did all of it again. So the tricky thing really was just having to go back to happy to start the scene. So it was like picking up the phone. Oh, I've been waiting for your call all day. It's been raining. Oh, how you been saying? And then just go through the journey again. And then he let the magazine roll out again, and then he did it again, and he put another magazine on. So we had 3 of those.